Hello and good morning. Let's take a look here at today's bell work. And by the way, we're in week 3. Also, you might want to take a picture later of the bell schedule. Just come see me after you get your phone. And this is week 3 and it goes in the middle. Today is Tuesday. Also, there's open house tonight. Make sure your parents come. What is discretionary expenses? That's optional, stuff you don't need, but maybe stuff you want. Essential is stuff you have to have. It's essential. All right, this one right here says find the z-score. Well, the formula here is z-score equals x minus the average divided by rho. So x here is 25 minus the average divided by rho. So that looks like 5 divided by 2. When I do that, I get 2.5. So the z-score is 2.5. And what that means is you have 2 standard deviations from the mean. So if one standard deviation is 2, then this one's going to be 2.5 of those right here. So this one is 2, 2, and 1. So it's basically 5 units, let's say. But they call it 2.5 z-scores. So it's 2.5 of these standard deviations from the mean. All right, well, today you have this assignment, which is a review for your test. Okay. All right, let's move on. Go ahead and write down your time that we leave, just so we know. And your lunches are over here. Let's talk about the 7th period class. Today is week 3, and it's 8:30, so it goes in the middle. The chart is 2 pluses will give you 2 pluses. A negative and a positive will give you 2 negatives. A plus and a minus, or a minus and a minus will give you a plus and a minus. These you have to add to get the middle term. These you have to subtract to get the middle term. Both of these are pluses, so that's going to be 2 pluses, and you're going to be adding. And the only thing that's going to add to give you 11 is 1 times 10. And that one should be finished. Always check the outer and the inner. Make sure you get the middle term. This one right here, negative and a positive, is right here. That's the second one. So that's going to be 2 negatives. It has to be 2 and 5 to add up to give you 7. All right, on a new sheet of paper, copy down these two. All right, now here's how you work this. Pay attention because these are harder because the number in front of here is not a 1. So you're going to multiply 3 times 5 and get 15. Okay? And a negative, according to the chart, gives you a plus and a minus. So you're going to be subtracting to get that middle term. So it's going to be 3 and 5. So what you're going to do is substitute the 3 and the 5 in place of this one right here. So you're going to rewrite the first one. You're going to rewrite the last one. And then in the middle, you're going to put 3p and 5p. And since you want a negative, you want to end up with a negative, you want to put it with the bigger one. And there it is. And once you get this substitution, which is 2p, then you're going to do something called group factoring. So here you're going to take out a 3 and a p, and you're left with p plus 1. Here you're going to be taking out a negative 5, and you're left with p plus 1. The trick here is that this should be the same as this, and it is. So now that you have 1 each, you're going to pull out a p plus 1, and you're left with the 3p minus 5. And that's it. And that's called group factoring at the very end, and that's how you do that one. This right here, you work the same way. You have 2 pluses, So you know you're going to be adding. 2 times 5 is 10, and you're looking for 11. So it's got to be 1 times 10, which is going to add to give you 11. So you're going to substitute in place of that 11. So it's going to be 2x squared plus 1x plus 10x plus 5. Once you get to this point, then you're going to do group factoring, okay? Because you have 4 terms. Let me switch these papers. Okay, so here you're going to take out an x, and you're left with 2x plus 1. This one you're going to take out a 5, and you're left with 2x plus 1. Now you have a 2x plus 1, so you're going to take that out. And when you take that out, you're left with x plus 5. And if you really want to check it, do FOIL. We're not going to do that. Today you have a worksheet, worksheet B. If you get stuck, I want you to ask. Remember, I have to teach you this first before I teach you what I really need to teach you. Okay? And apparently, you guys should have had factoring already. Whether or not you remember it is another story. And there it is. All right, have a good morning, and I'll see you in class. Remember, open house tonight, and there is a schedule. We put that schedule up here so you know. So write down, of course, we know what time we leave. I guess it's too late in the day for you guys. But there it is. Have a good morning.